Now, we opening up the floor for question and answers.
Carolyn asks, are you supposed to be taking notes? It is useful information. If you didn't take notes, it's okay. We have these segments on the YouTube, so you can literally just run back the spiritual lesson of the day. But it's good to know this energy, what energy is present on each weekday, so you can know what you're working with, what's the best days to do certain things, or what to expect on certain days. So I would definitely take notes of the weekdays and the energy. And also your zodiac signs, it's good to know what days are like your zodiac sign. So like if your sun sign is Leo, you know, like Sundays would be a great day for you to, you know, attract or really embody your energy, you know, or Mondays, you know, that's your Cancer energy. So that'll be a great day to reflect, you know, and things like that, and to tend to your relationships and stuff like that. So it's good to know. It's good to know. Is that available on the chart?
Is that available on a chart? I mean, we don't.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have like a chart, you know, written up for you. But it's, if you look in the book, or you get the book Numbers and You by Lloyd Strayhorn, Numbers and You, he goes over all of these things, including colors as well. I never memorized the colors quite with the numbers and the vibrations. I know the colors like energies, but I don't remember the days, which ones they're connected to.
Juju demolished the book, but you can screenshot it. This is what it looks like on Amazon. The Numbers and You. So y'all can screenshot this.
Yeah, Numbers. Yeah, that's a really good book. That was like the first book that I read.
Yeah.
On my spiritual journey. That's where I started, right there with Numbers and You. You know, I started from a more grounded scientific way coming into it, and that allowed me to travel through the more esoteric side of it in a way where I felt comfortable, and it didn't feel like I was getting involved into things that were either just, you know, not real, and just, you know, felt like it was just some spooky nonsense, or at the same time wasn't confused in what I was getting into, or what I was dealing with, or what I was, you know, seeing or experiencing. So Numbers and You is a great book to for those who like to come from the more grounded perspective first. Numbers and You, numerology, that'll be a good place to start. Well, Mystique, we'll tell you whatever you ask. Let's see, we got a question in the box. All right, I guess that was Mystique. I guess I wasn't supposed to put that out there, but you already asked it, so. You already asked it, though.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. But here's a question. What literature would you recommend to help tap into your spiritual gifts and or magic? Tap into your spiritual gifts or magic. That's a good question. As far as your spiritual gifts,
it's more of like exercising in the spiritual world. Or knowing certain.
Yeah, well, that's a tough one to say which book to get for it, because I didn't really read any books on that in particular. I mean, there's books out there that have like, you know, rituals and things like that, but I kind of learned more on the hands-on. I was taught and shown some things more like in person. So I didn't really go the book route when it came to that part. But I mean, I've seen the books, and I've, they got the rituals in it and stuff like that. But it's hard for me to really give you like a book on how to tap into your spiritual gifts and whatnot. I wouldn't really, but there's just, it's, I think when it comes to that spiritual gifts type deal, it's more of a like a mentorship type thing, where you try to go to somebody who knows that type of stuff, knows how to do those type of things, or has similar gifts to yours, or who's deep into that realm. I think that's where you go into more of the mental realm, because also when you get into the spiritual realm of things, you open doors when you're doing stuff. So there might be certain doors that you open that you probably shouldn't have opened, or weren't ready to open, or don't know how to close, and things like that. So I think that's more of a mentor type of thing. Sean, do the God and goddesses represent the days of the week, or they have months? Yeah, they do. They do. Well, as far as the days of the week, I'm not sure. They probably do. They probably do. They probably do. The only one I can really think off the top of my head would be like, and well, some of them is kind of easy. Like, okay, like, cause Aries, right, the god of war. So if you're going with like the Greek gods, it's like, yeah, they do, because they're attached to each planet. Like Zeus is with Jupiter, and then I think what's his name? Poseidon is with like Neptune or something. It's like, so they got stuff like that. Then you got maybe the Egyptian gods. You have Ma'at is going to be with on Friday because Libra is on that day. So you could safely say that they're also, the gods and goddesses are connected with days of the week and stuff. I just don't know all of them. I wouldn't be able to tell you all of them. Not off the top of my head now. But I'm sure if you look it up, you can probably find it. And then some of them deal with months as well.
Go down.
See, Nikki, so pretty. What's the best way to learn more about spirituality or resources to use to get more information like what you guys give us here? I want to connect deeper, but I'm not sure how to move forward. What is the best way to learn more about spirituality or resources to use to get more information like what you guys give us here? I mean, if you want more information from other people, which is what you're asking, then you can go to Queen of Four, look up Queen of Four. You can go to Jewel Pukram. I think she has like personal courses that you can get from her. And then you got your, look up on YouTube, you got your Bobby Hemmets, you got your Dr. Delbert Blairs, you have your Dr. Ali Muhammad's, you have your Phil Valentine's, you have your Brother Panic's, yeah, so you just go around, you search, and you soak up the game. I guess the challenge with that is that people are not very good students, or I won't say that. People are average students. So, most people in school are average, right? They're C students. So you be in high school, you have all these different teachers, but you don't really understand the information, right? There's a small percentage of students who actually understand what's being taught and can assimilate it and can digest it and analyze it, you know, and use it to their advantage. Most of us, you know, most people need that one-on-one touch to really, if they're not ever really understand it. That's just, you know, that's just how it works. So that's why you have all of these people, all of these teachers, all this information, and people just keep asking for, where do I get more information? I've never went on someone when I used to listen to a lot of people. I really don't listen to anybody anymore. I've stopped like a couple years ago. I didn't need to. I got what I needed, and I reached my understanding. But I never was a person to be like, you know, where else can I go? Where else can I go? It's like, no, you're teaching, so I'm just gonna keep listening to you. And if you happen to give me a resource, I'll take the resource, but I just keep listening to you because you're the teacher. And then if someone else catches my attention, then I'll listen and go to them as well. But I was a real student. A lot of us are looking at the teachers too much like entertainers, where you're like, oh, where else can I go? Where else can I go? Who else can grab my attention? Who else can grab my attention? Who else can grab my attention? You know, and that's why a lot of us don't understand. I usually will stick with a teacher, you know, very closely. I'll listen to him every day, or her every day, him or her, every day, all the time, for at least a few months. Sometimes it was, you know, a year or so. But usually at least like somewhere between 3 to 6 months, because I really wanted to understand what they were saying. And then when I felt like I had the gist of it, or felt like it was like I wasn't getting any further at that moment with them, I may need to come back later, then I moved on to somebody else and did that for a few months. And then maybe eventually, maybe a year later, I come back to that person once again to pick up with a new ear, you know.
And that's pretty much what she may experience with Crystalline Mars, you know. Certain things may open up, you know, something in her mind, and then she go study it somewhere else, and then she'll be able to come and tap back in and understand what we're talking about over here.
Well, I mean, that's what should happen. That is what should happen. But I always find that when I'm talking to anybody, whether it be in person or online, when I'm giving them all this information, they didn't ask me, where do I read all of this? Where do I get it? Like, I'm giving it to you.
Right.
What do you mean, where do you get? I'm telling you. I'm telling you, like, you want me to give you, I mean, I've studied so many things for so many hours, it's like I can't really tell you exactly who said it, when they said it. It's like, I mean, I know it. It's, you know.
You're a physical book.
You know, I never asked a professor, where did you get that information from? I never asked someone who was teaching me, who I was listening to, and where are you getting this? I'd be like, I'm just listening to you because you know what I don't know. So, right? Now, if it just sounds weird, it sounds off, and it sounds like that doesn't make any sense, then I may ask, you know, or try to figure out where they got it from. But otherwise, if it sounds on point. So I never really, but I've also seen that with other teachers that I used to listen to and follow and learn from. I would see other people ask them the same thing. Like, where do you get this from? What is like, why are you asking? Just listen.
Right.
Just listen and learn and soak it up. Soak up the game. Like,
take note.
You know, because most of us don't read anyway. So I don't know why people ask for the books.
Have a whole collection.
They don't read the books.
Collecting dust.
They get the book and they start to read it, then they stop, or they never read it. Right?
Facts.
Yeah, which is one reason why I usually just listen to people, because I know, like, I read some of the books, but I'm not gonna read all the books. So I'm like, let me just get it from you, because I'm probably not gonna go read that book. You know, so this is.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I did, but like a lot of times I didn't. So I don't know. But those people, that list of people I said, you can go to them and they well, here's the thing too. All the list of people I gave. Also Q Reeves as well. I forgot to hit Q Reeves. That's a big source too. The list of people I gave, none of them say the same things. Even though what they say all connects. What they say all connects. But none of them say the same things. So it's also difficult for me to tell you, yeah, go to these, where do you get this from? Well, go to these people. But they're not going to say the same things I'm telling you. So, you know, so it's not like they're telling me something, I learned something, and then I'm regurgitating what I learned off of YouTube, and now I'm telling you. You know, because I for one thing, first off, I haven't read any of these spiritual books or listened to any of these spiritual teachers in a couple years now. So I can't even say that any of it's coming from them at this point. It's just
the book within.
It's the book within now. I've learned what I need to learn, went on my journey to then gain my own understanding and experience, got the foundation from them, and now I'm giving you, you know, my product.
I know for me personally, that's more so what it's been like, learning from different teachers, aka my main teacher, but then going within to help connect the dots, you know.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, I'll go with look at one more question. I love Bobby. Yeah, Bobby's the truth. I don't know where to get my information because I love what you guys give. Well, if you don't know, then just get it from where you're getting it. Oh, it's not, I don't do that. I started learning through Anthony Browder. Anthony Browder is also a good one. Dr. Kwesi, I don't know Kwesi. Anthony Browder, right? Anthony Browder, he comes from the historical standpoint of things. He does like history. A lot of history stuff and a lot of like Egyptian history, Kemet stuff. You guys teaching, I just meant like learn more so I can do work and connect to the spirit world. I want like the basic knowledge like what you guys have so I can understand it. You want the basic, well, once again, you want the basic knowledge. Right. You want the basic knowledge. Well, if you want the basic knowledge, like us, it would probably make sense just to ask us. So, I mean, that's just ask for the knowledge, and that's what we're here for, to give it to you. Otherwise, I'm just going to give you a list of people like I did. Because I obviously have no problem telling you about these people. I'll tell you about them all day. You know, but they have, you know, hundreds and some of them thousands of videos. So which video is going to give you the basic one? I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know. You got to go through all of them, because like some of these teachers, well, actually all the teachers I gave you, a lot of them. Well, Queen of Four, she doesn't really do videos like that. She does books. So you got to like read through these, either her books, or you got to listen to lectures that they do that are 3, 4, 8 hours long that I went through. I listened to them. I went through them, right? But I also learned from people in person, which was from in person or from getting like certain getting spiritual work done, or getting like a past life or guided meditation done to me, and doing work with people in person or over the phone, so that I could really learn the spiritual side of things. Otherwise, a lot of this stuff that you're going to get off of YouTube and stuff is still going to seem like theory until you actually practice it. And it's hard to, it can be, scary to practice it, on your own. So, it's just helpful when you go to someone to help you do it, which that's how I got into it. That's how I really got into it, is when I got the actual, help to do it, whether it be on the phone or in person.
And I know for me, I got a lot of my teachings from in person. And now, after I've been able to digest and process and understand my teachings from in person, from people from in person, now I'm coming across books and external resources, and I can now put the pieces together and the book makes sense. So the teachers are showing up to you in whatever form it needs to right now in your journey, and from there you'll be other resources will be revealed to you when you're ready. So just receive in the form that is being presented to you in this moment.
That's cool, Nikki. So pretty. I think you're misunderstanding where I'm coming from. I'm not saying what you. I'm explaining to you what I've heard a lot over the years, and I just figured out after dealing with so many people that that's why they're stuck. Because I've never had an issue telling people where to go, and I still don't. But after a while, I started to realize, like, how is it that I'm telling these people where to go, but they still seem stuck? Why do they still seem lost? Why do they still seem they can't really put the pieces together? And then I realized it's like, because they keep trying to hop around instead of, I was like, why is it that I was able to get it, but they're having trouble getting this because they keep trying to hop around. So I'm just merely now saying the hopping around too fast, I should say. It's good to go from the next teacher to the next teacher, next teacher. But I think people do a little too fast, and they don't get what they need, or they don't learn enough to go on to the next one, and it ends up becoming all scrambled and jumbled up. Someone said, I definitely want to find my spiritual name. Okay. Someone says something. My family think this is evil and they won't let me do what I want to do. Well, I mean, that's part of the game. That's part of the game. Sometimes it could be something evil trying to keep you from getting to something good. So they're telling you it's evil. Sometimes reverse psychology. So looks like wifey is looking. Get it out right. Get it out right. She probably is. I was just about to ask if spiritual work is what enhanced your journey. Yes, spiritual work is what enhanced my journey. When I got my what really opened me up is when I did my a lot of things opened me up, really, but one of the things that opened me up was getting a guided meditation done. Q Reeves, I did that with Q Reeves. That was dope. I did the same thing with Duüblé, and that's what opened her up a lot as well. I did that. By the time I met her, I was already doing it myself to other people, so I was able to do it, with her.
I say, "Oh, you spiritual."
And and then before that, I had done like I had done guided meditations like through YouTube. There was I found I forgot his name, but a guy who does like different types of meditation stuff on YouTube. Like he has already pre-recorded stuff, and I went through like someone showed me how to do it and how to like set up and how to like lay down and everything and get into a certain space and allow him to guide me. And I did a past life regression with a YouTube video. And that's when I saw like some past lives that I had lived. So that was another thing that helped me out as well. I wish I could remember the name of that channel and that person. If I find it though, I'll tell you guys next time.
Yeah, shine, right on it.
Yeah, shine sounds about right.
Well, it don't have to be in person, literally. We're in person just through the phone, you know, so.
When they said they were booked the sessions. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let me see. I think there's one question in the box. Someone put a question in the box. How can you connect more into your self-power and magic? How can you sustain and maintain it? How can you connect more on your self-power and magic? How can you sustain and maintain it? So someone wants to know, how can you tap into your self-power and into your magic? Well, I guess it's like saying, how do I tap into my speed? Like, how do I get faster? Or how do I get fast? How do I get strong? How do I tap into my strength of my muscles? Well, you got to do exercises, and train. You got to do exercises that connect with those concepts. So when it comes to you also, and through that training, you'll also, and study, you'll learn about what skills do you naturally have to begin with. Because let's just say you're just trying to be a better athlete and a better basketball player, right? Or you want to be a basketball player. How do I tap into my inner basketball player, right? That's just what people are here. They're trying to tap into the inner spiritualist, right? How do I tap into this inner spiritualist? How do I tap into my inner basketball player? Well, as you begin to train, you're going to come to understand, it's like, okay, am I even a fast person to begin with? Can I actually jump high? Do I have some natural ball handling skills and abilities? Am I a natural shooter? Like, what kind of things can I naturally do, right? What kind of already just comes to me easily? Do I have just a certain type of mind that goes, do I have like the mind for basketball? Maybe that's my skill, right? So for me in the spiritual realm, I have a mind for it, for breaking it down. I have a mind for figuring out how it works, right? Do I have some intuitive abilities? Yes, but it's not anything crazy. I'm not, it's not my talent, I would say. Do I have some manifestation abilities? Yes, but that's not my talent. I can do it, but not at a high level. Or it takes a lot of effort, I'll say that, to do it at a high level. So I typically don't do a whole lot of manifestation stuff because it takes so much effort. But what I do well at a high level is breaking it down, understanding it. I'm good at doing contract breaking, removing stuff off of people. Like, these are my skills, my talents. So, right, even though I dive and delve into all the different spiritual type of activities, there's certain things that I do the most, 'cause that's where I'm strongest at, right? You know. So as you are trying to tap into your magic, it's going to be helpful to try to understand, okay, what is my actual magic? Is it the manifestation part? Is it the, you know, making things move with my mind part or something? Is it, you know, seeing people's auras? You know, can I see people's auras if I try really hard? Yeah. But because I have to try so hard, I typically don't. And my ability to see auras is not going to be as accurate as someone who can just see it without trying. So that's the other thing as well. So, so I can't, you know, when it comes to like tapping into your magic, I can't say anything specifically on what specifically to go or specifically what to do. All I can say is you have to try things. You have to try things, and you ask people to help you try certain things, or get certain sessions with certain people, or you like get into certain groups. Like, you have to, like, you know, or get more specific guidance. You know, the spiritual realm is, like I said, it's like trying to be me tell you, like, how do I become a good basketball player? I mean, there's so many things that you need to do to become a good basketball player. And then you got to also tailor it around you. It's like, there's only so much I can really tell you. Same thing, the spiritual world is even bigger, it's even broader than that. So it's hard for me to tell you just exactly off that question. You know, meditation. So I think someone did say meditation. Mm-hmm. It can possibly, but there's a lot of people that meditate that never tap into their magic or their power. Right? It's not a common thing to tap into your magic just because you meditated, because most people don't know how to meditate for the purpose of doing that. When people think meditation, they almost think the same thing, and that is to be still, to still your mind, and to be blank. And well, if you're being still and being blank, then how can you tap into any power? What power? Power isn't blank. Power is not still. Power is a force. It's moving. Right? So you got to know how to, you know, to meditate. And like someone said, detox is the first thing. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily, because that's like saying you need to eat healthy before you can be a good athlete. There's plenty of athletes who are phenomenal and eat trash. And then there's athletes who eat really well and are just average, right? So there's plenty of powerful spiritual people. There's people I know with great spiritual gifts and abilities who eat trash. Who eat trash, right? Yeah. The detox can and will help to an extent, but that's not what makes you. That's not the thing that's going to make you like spiritually powerful. That's the thing that's going to help you to master your power, but that's not what's going to actually activate the power to begin with. That's not what it's going to be. It's going to be the practicing of it. The practicing of it. The practicing.
As you were talking about auras, Playboy said they saw our auras.
Oh, so I'm in orange, okay. I'm in the
No, you're blue. I'm orange.
Oh, hers orange. I'm in the blue.
Mm-hmm. I'm in the blue. You in that busy third.
Okay. Peace, Gabby. Appreciate you, Playboy. I know I was supposed to end it, but let me see.
Right.
Angie Rita, I'm a Virgo. Okay, Playboy. CCC. Playboy. Is that what it says?
I think that's a woman, though.
It don't.
I don't know.
It
who
say
it is.
Playboy.
It do.
Playboy Mock.
I say.
You gotta say it like that, boy.
Bye.
Playboy Mock or Mach, I don't know. Mock.
Mm-hmm.
They. I'm gonna say they.
Yeah.
They.
That plays safe.
They. They know they've tapped into their power. They know what at least a portion of their spiritual power is and magic is, right? So it doesn't necessarily require any fasting or any deep meditation. It doesn't necessarily require that. Sometimes I mean it could, but it's more of a and a lot of times. Or I'll say a lot of times we kind of know what the power is. We're just like ignoring it. Maybe you hear a lot of voices a lot. Maybe you see things floating around and stuff, right? Maybe you do a lot of dream work. You talk to a lot of different beings in the dream world. You get a lot of premonitions in the dream world. Maybe you predict a lot of things. You just all of a sudden you know what's going to happen, or someone's going to say something, or someone's going to call you. So a lot of times we also know what some of these magic powers already are. Meditation can be challenging. Yeah, looks like that's all the questions there. So we're going to end it right there.